It's almost like I'm in the study. I'm in the dining room. Senior Yos, my pops. But this little Yos, welcome to my study. Last time we were talking about the pariahs called the untouchables. But right now in part 5, let's break it down a little further. The entire purpose of Hindu schooling was to preserve the caste system. By now, you know what a caste is. We don't have to go into socio-political constructs. You acquiesce to calling yourself Black, African American, or any other constructed socio-political margin that they give you. Pay attention. Only the lucky 5% received an education which gave perspective on the whole, a key to understanding. In actual practice, warriors, administrators, and most of the other leaders were given much diluted insight into the driving engines of the culture, so that policy could be kept in the hands of the Brahmins. So the Bharat, the Hindustanis, kept it in the hands of the Brahmins. You see that socio media field post with Will Smith and the Brahmin. Pay attention. Pay close attention. But what of the others, the masses? Deceiving the masses. Deception is done on purpose. Everything else is by your own choice, your acquiescence of psychological operations influencing operations. Masses deceiving, as Western socialist tradition would come to call them, in an echoing tribute to the Hindu class ideology, dogma. The answer to that vital question launched factory schooling in the West. Factory. Repetition. Repeatedly regurgitating you to believe you are from a place that you're not from. Basically going back to grandma telling you that she was right. You'd rather, through cognitive dissonance, believe them than to believe your own grandma, who wrote down her family in them Bibles and got all that information right there. Pay attention. Which brings us back to Andrew Bell. Andrew Bell was an Episcopalian. Bell noticed that in some places, Hinduism had created a mass schooling institution for children of the ordinary, one inculcating deals with instruction, a curriculum, and self-abnegation. Abnegation deals with rejection. But yet, in the court of law, you say, I object, Your Honor. I object, Your Honor. And willing servility. In these places, hundreds of children were gathered in a single gigantic room divided into phalanxes of 10 under the direction of student leaders, with the whole ensemble directed by a Brahmin. In the Roman manner, paid pedagogists drilled underlings in the memorization and imitation of desired attitudes, and these underlings drilled the rest. Get it? Drilling. You're not a tool. You're a person. But yet they're drilling you to be their tool. Cognitive dissonance. Here was a social technology made in heaven for factories and mines of Britain, still uncomfortably saturated in older yeoman, a naval term, yeoman, legends of liberty and dignity, one not yet possessing the perfect proletarian attitudes mass production must have for maximum efficiency. Nobody in the early years of British rule had made a connection between the Hindu practice and the pressing requirements of an industrial future. The industry. Nobody, that is, until a 34-year-old Scotsman arrived in India as military chaplain. I greet you with 3 words: bliss, honor, and prosperity. And on that note, I'm out. Out of there. Out here.